Here we are, after the first turn of Sekigahara. The battle seems like it's over almost before it began. Let me mention what happened. Clean up a few things. There was one Tokugawa clan, I don't remember which one, a fairly large one, probably that 13, whatever it is, Fukushima, which was positioned over here, somewhat threatened by the guys on the slight, there's a slight ridge there and some trees. They were facing the wrong way, and I determined I would swing them and move them to engage across the river line. Well, there I learned something really cool, which is that, contrary to what the designers say, this game is not the same as the rest of the samurai games. The simple addition of tempo to every single unit makes it much more linear, and you don't really have to engage in hand-to-hand. You can just close to close range and start engaging in a firing duel. And that's very cool, actually. It also makes cavalry really, really weak, comparatively. I mean, they're not useless. This isn't the Civil War era, but it feels almost unlike any other era. I would say almost Napoleonic in terms of the amount of maneuverability that the infantry, etc., have. But there isn't the artillery advantage. The attacker can't pull his artillery up. The cav can definitely smash a unit if they charge it correctly, but they can't just charge forward as they were before, and they are not the only thing on the field that's of value. It's like we've moved from a medieval setting to a very, very much closer to a modern setting. Maybe 30 years war, but again, the formations don't feel as clunky. They're a lot more fluid. Something I have to see with the other games in the series, whether or not every formation is able to move this swiftly. If it is, I don't think it's a good historical representation. So anyway, I turned that clan to face the guys on the hill. Brought up another clan to help secure a flank and near the village. And then Ishida got the initiative. So he rolls for his attempt to convince, the Kobian Yakwa, I don't know, Yakawa, to join him, and boom, it happens. It's only a 20% chance on any particular chance, and the Tokugawa has a better chance, but it doesn't cost the Ishida anything, and it's the beginning of the battle. What the hell? Tell him to do something. So he comes charging down, and right away it's clear the Tokugawa have to get out of there, but they also had, since they're already finished with those units, they had to bring some guys, another clan up to help extricate them, build a better line, so that they have a better chance of getting out. They did that. A few more moves, just some little stuff happening, and then the other big clan moved, the Ukita, and that's, with the security that right flank is actually on our side, moving them forward did not seem like a bad move. And they basically used their cav and shock combat to pretty much decimate everything that was near them. Dead units chased one of the clans off the map. The other one, that's a big clan, but and totally rearranged the battlefield there. They've got a fairly solid position facing the Tokugawa if they want to come forward. So the main goal here for the Tokugawa is to get out of this situation and try to fight the best battle they can still. But yeah, having the tempo inside the units is really a potent issue. That brings up an issue also about this scenario in particular, the designers also mentioned there's a rule for abandoning your tempo, dropping your guns, and integrating the extra guys into your unit. Makes the unit a much better shock unit, I think. It gives it a plus on the die roll, which is like having a leader in every unit. A +3 actually, which is better than most leaders. That sounds really, really potent. On the other hand, the tempo obviously are very valuable too. Like I say, they change the nature of the battle. But the argument for why it's an optional rule is that in the playtesting, no one ever tried it. Now, to me, that indicates that they have the wrong people playtesting the game. I mean, I may not try every strategy when I play a game, but I would damn well, if I was involved in the design of a game, be trying to break the game and be trying out everything that's handed to me in the rules. And it just disturbs me to hear that. You know, I mean, obviously they handed the playtesters these rules. They probably need to get better playtesters because I'll put a game through its paces if I like it anyway. Although now I'm getting numerically too high. But if you're going to get your name in the rule book as a playtester, I think you'd put some work in. I don't know. End of the second turn at Sekigahara. Only real big thing that happened, the Tokugara managed to pull back and start to form something of a defensive line. Whatever they left behind back here has been wiped out. Tokugara brought in their own home clan reserves because they're far enough behind now that they can. And get the cannons moving up. Hopes are the Ishida are hoping to continue the battle over on their right flank and bring the cannons to bombard where there's a strong point for the Tokugawa and end up able to hold them off at least on the left flank. That should be pretty easy. They've got a significant threat coming in this side with those two huge clans.